Hey, hey, hey. It's Filter Free Friday, y'all. Listen, I am so glad you're here. Monkey business. Monkey business. Um, the strategy of hatefulness and evil has always been distract, divide, destroy. And there's a quote by Winston Churchill that says something like, if you'll never reach your destination if you stop and throw a rock at every dog that barks at you. And distraction, that one's really working right now. And I'd love to know kind of what you think. What's unfortunate is that I have been waiting on a book to arrive at my house for weeks, and it finally showed up last night. And I wanted to talk about that book today, but I don't even want that author associated with what I'm about to say, because what I'm about to say is very poignant, very clear, and I believe very courageous. Listen, full stop. It is not okay to sexually assault children, no matter how much power, no matter how much money, no matter how much influence you had. And so, therefore, if it turns out that you out here sexually assaulting children and you have lots of power, lots of money, and lots of influence, what must you do so that people are not focused on that? You got to distract them. And how do you distract people? Put monkeys on the head of putting the former president and first lady on the bodies of monkeys with a video. That's how you distract people. And I'm just asking folks to remember the concept of marginal gains because it's being used against us. I'm regularly talking about how empathy, yes, there's emotional empathy, and it is important that we feel what other people feel. But cognitive or mental empathy or tactical empathy, as the hostage negotiators have coined it, is being used against us every single day. And this is a beautiful example of how that is happening. If you don't know, the British cycling team that was like terrible, that had lost for like 100 years. And in 2003, there was a coach, I think, or a philosopher, I'm not exactly sure. But what he did was decided that he was just going to focus on 1% improvement every day. And they did things like having medical professionals make them wash their hands so that they didn't get sick. He had them change things like their pillows for sleep optimization. He made sure that they painted the van floor so that they could spot dust and how it messed up the mechanics of their bike. Just little things every single day, just chipping at it. And what happened in 2012, these people won more than 70% of the available medals after not having won for centuries. And so that's an inspirational story. All of us can choose to focus on the things that matter to us at the level of 1% every day. And so we can get better and we can win. But what you also need to know is that if I'm raping little kids on islands, I can send 1% of distraction to you every day and get you not focused on that. You see, that's the thing that we got to know. That's what you got to keep in mind. And at this point, I'm not even saying release the files. I'm saying unredact the files. And folks who are like, we've all sinned and come short of the glory of God. Don't you dare. Child, we ain't talking about raping and murdering folks. Cut that out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Jesus would not be pleased. Y'all, listen, my entire life shifted when I started to recognize that this concept of tactical empathy, it is understanding what another person thinks, feels, and believes to get them to do what you want. When you consider that calling Black people monkeys and apes, that is quintessential bigotry and racism, that if I can get you focused on that, guess what you ain't talking about? Not a single headline this morning is talking about the fact that there are people who clearly have been having inappropriate relationships at best. I'm going to use that language because at best with children. And we up here talking about distraction. And when you are distracted, you are not focused on the things that matter. And just like clockwork, we're like, How dare he put a video out there? You know what? You if you understand tactical empathy, you understand exactly why he put that video out there to get you. Because listen, let me tell you what God knows. The people who support this foolishness, the people who support this foolishness don't care about them being on monkeys' bodies. They don't care one bit. They probably think the same thing. It's the people who are, I think the people of goodwill, those are the ones, the people of goodwill who are now talking about this. It's all over the headlines, and we're not talking about these files anymore. Distract, divide, destroy. The strategy is 100% the same, and it's been the same forever. And if you think about marginal gains and getting 1% better every day, what would it look like if you focused 1% more every single day? Could we accomplish what the British cycling team accomplished in 2012? Could we? Or what happens to our anxiety levels? What happens to our own personal effectiveness when every single day we are waking up, a dog is barking, and we're like, throw a rock at that dog? This is the empathy problem. I am not the person to think that there's a panacea or a silver bullet or this thing that is going to fix everything. I am not that person. And right now, I believe empathy is it. And you know why I believe empathy is it? Because there's a book called Toxic Empathy. There's a book called The Sin of Empathy. These folks try to distract you from the idea that understanding what other people think, feel, and believe allows you to manipulate. And the term manipulation has been used in a negative way, but I'm a scientist. I'm an engineer. Welders don't do anything but manipulate metal so that you can use it for something stronger, more flexible, bendable, usable. That's what it is. Manipulation is not inherently bad. The difference between manipulation and intent, or the difference between manipulation and inspiration, is nothing but intent. If I intend good, I can mobilize people, I can organize people, I can rally people. And if I am using manipulation for bad, then I can cause people to do all kinds of things that are against their best interest and not for the good of humanity, right? And so if you think about the 1%, yes, compounds in a significant way. Thank you, finance professor Dr. Boyce Watkins, for reminding us of this. And so I just want to leave y'all with this today. Forget all that monkey business. Don't matter. Let folk post whatever they want to post, whatever videos they want to post. And I want you to look, if you want to, watch the video, because you know who ain't in the Epstein files? I ain't even got to tell you. It's Filter Free Friday, y'all. We got work to do.